The reel begins with two men hanging out on a terrace and ends with one strangling the other for not knowing what's happening on 22nd January. Social media has been flooded with news reports and content on the consecration of the Ram temple in Ayodhya on January 22nd. It's a loud buzz that is now clamoring to a fever pitch. This moment in India's history is being memorialized in memes. This particular reel on Instagram, with 1 million views, 140,000 likes and 120,000 shares, is shaming people for not knowing about the upcoming event while celebrating the scheduled consecration of the Ram Mandir. There's no reason for you to be alive if you don't know, the reel concludes, with a caption that translates to, if you're Hindu, you should at least know this. The comments resound with Jai Shri Ram. Another Instagram reel details how people can order free prasads from the Ram temple after 22nd January for just ₹51. It has 16.9 million views, over 1.1 million likes, and thousands of comments appreciating the initiative. The consecration of the Ram temple has calcified into something much more concrete in the Indian psyche. It's become a cultural celebration that goes far beyond the temple itself. And as always, social media is the litmus test for how deep the impact is. Hashtag Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha has been trending on Twitter, X, for weeks. A click-through hashtags like hashtag Ayodhya Ram Mandir and hashtag 22nd January on Instagram reveals hundreds of thousands of posts, from devotional songs to acts of worship to the slightly more aggressive comedy of the hanging out to strangling reel. There are AI-generated images of gods, colourfully dressed middle-aged women dancing, young children being paraded around in saffron, selfie challenges in Ayodhya, lip-sync songs. It's all adding to the frenzy around this long-awaited date, seeping into every part of Indian public life. Even airline staff are dressing up as Ram and Sita, while those on delayed flights are chanting Jai Shri Ram. The influencer effect. Of course, some of the content is being produced by social media influencers invited to the 22nd January event. A few days ago, a group of around 500 influencers set off on a 4,500-kilometer journey to Ayodhya, retracing Ram's steps after his return from exile. Organized by the Ram Mahotsav Yatra Samiti, formed by the All India Influencers Association, the journey will be documented over the next 3 months. Other influencers have already begun traveling to Ayodhya, posting devotional content on their way. But there has also been a more concerted marketing push. The Uttar Pradesh government hired social media influencers in December to promote the cultural heritage of Ayodhya and document the construction of the temple, even allocating a budget of ₹25 lakhs. The official account of the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Teerth Kshetra, the trust constituted to look after the construction and management of the Ram temple, has nearly 5 lakh followers on Instagram. One of the latest posts urges social media users to collectively celebrate the return of Ram to his rightful abode with the hashtag Sri Ram Homecoming. And let's not forget the red carpet rollout for the older content creators, the original influencers, Bollywood celebrities. Everyone from Rajnikant to Ranbir Kapoor has been invited and is expected to attend. Amitabh Bachchan has already bought a plot of land for ₹14.5 crores in Ayodhya. All this signals a massive project to make Ayodhya cool, and it might be working if social media is anything to go by. Content creators have been setting terms and trends online for years now, so roping them in to curate the conversation around the BJP government's biggest ideological project is only natural. Some of the content veers towards educational and devotional, not necessarily falling into the entertainment or humorous categories. This is due in part to the religious aspect, but it is also a symptom of the atmosphere around the event. There's a belligerence in the air and a feeling of vindictive satisfaction in provocative videos that almost dare viewers to find fault in its content. Such videos are loud and proud avowal of Hindu culture, the ultimate cultural claim for the Hindu identity. And social media is the obvious soapbox. A recent book by journalist Kunal Purohit, H-Pop, The Secretive World of Hindu Pop Stars, outlines this exact phenomenon, how Hindutva has seeped into popular culture through music, books, and videos. It's a cultural project now that subsists entirely by itself, eagerly waiting for moments like the upcoming consecration to rally around. But this also points to the changing nature of social media content. In this particular socio-religious context, content is meant to declare pride and excitement, not simply to entertain the consumer. The worry is that this fever pitch could easily tip over into dangerous territory. Journalist Ismat Ara recently posted on X addressing Indian Muslims and pointing to all of the online and offline noise over the Ram temple. Ignore anything controversial, you don't owe anyone reactions, ignore all of it, don't get triggered, she posted. Don't fall into any unnecessary debates, your safety comes first. The creative and cultural content is now heading into a countdown towards the consecration. The question is, what will these content creators focus on after 22nd January? This is Vandana Menon for ThePrint.